You don't need to count sheep. You don't need sleeping pills. And you certainly don't have to endure those long sleepless nights anymore. If after turning 60, you often find yourself jolting awake at 2 a.m., dizzy with your heart racing and your mind restless until morning, pause for a moment. There's nothing broken in your body. It's simply missing something you've likely forgotten over the years. A light, simple food that holds the key to unlocking the deep sleep you thought was gone forever. The truth is, after 60, your melatonin levels drop significantly. At the same time, your nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress and disruptions in your circadian rhythm. But what most people don't tell you is that some very common vegetables in American grocery stores contain natural compounds that can boost melatonin production, stabilize serotonin, and improve blood flow to the brain. And when you eat the right kind, at the right time, your body will naturally ease into restful sleep. No pills, no forcing it. Today, I'm going to show you 4 vegetables that can naturally trigger deep sleep. All backed by research in older adults. And the number 1 vegetable on this list? It's the same one that 74-year-old Eleanor has been enjoying every evening. It helped her regain a full 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep after nearly 15 years of tossing and turning through the night. But for it to work, you need to eat it the right way. That's why I want you to stay with me until the end of today's video. So, what's the first vegetable? It's something bright red, like blood, often dismissed as a diet food. But in truth, it's a natural dose of oxygen for a brain exhausted by sleeplessness. Beets. They're not just colorful and antioxidant-rich. Beets contain a very high amount of natural nitrates. Once inside the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates blood vessels, increasing blood flow to the brain and central nervous system. You might think the brain only works hard during the day, but even during sleep, it needs steady blood flow to carry out essential tasks like detoxification, memory consolidation, and neural tissue repair. When brain circulation drops, the regions responsible for regulating sleep become less active, leading to fragmented sleep, frequent awakenings, and difficulty falling back asleep. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients followed a group of older adults who drank beetroot juice each afternoon for 4 consecutive weeks. The results showed a 17% average increase in deep sleep duration along with a slight decrease in nighttime awakenings. Participants also reported feeling less fatigued in the morning, more focused, and mentally clearer. Beyond improving brain oxygen levels, the nitrates in beets help regulate nighttime blood pressure, something many people over 60 struggle with. When your blood pressure becomes unstable during sleep, it can wake you up with a racing heart, palpitations, or shortness of breath. The best way to use beets is to juice them fresh and drink the juice before 5 p.m. You can combine them with carrots, apples, or oranges to soften their natural earthy flavor. If you're not a fan of juice, you can boil the beets, slice them, and toss them with greens, avocado, or soft cheese for a healthy evening salad. Another great option is beet soup cooked with lentils, onions, and a touch of ginger. It is a light, easy-to-digest dish that gently relaxes blood vessels before bedtime. However, there's one small note of caution. You should avoid consuming beets after 6 p.m. While their main effect is to support circulation, in some sensitive individuals, the natural sugars in beets can create a slight sense of alertness if taken too close to bedtime. Beets are not sleeping pills, but they set the stage for deep, restful sleep to happen naturally by supplying enough blood flow, enough oxygen, and by calming the nervous system. If you've ever felt that frustrating state of being sleepy but unable to fall back asleep, or waking up in the morning still feeling drained, then a glass of beet juice in the afternoon could be the first step to reversing that. Beets help your brain get the oxygen it needs to relax. But if your body remains tense and your nerves are still on guard, you might still wake up in the middle of the night without knowing why. That's why we need the second vegetable, a dark leafy green often called the American superfood. Yet few people realize it's also one of the best foods to calm the entire nervous system before sleep. It's kale. Known for its high levels of vitamins A and C, kale is especially rich in two essential sleep-supporting minerals, magnesium and calcium. These two minerals are not just for building bones. They also regulate nerve signaling, stabilize heart rhythms, relax muscles, and support the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your body responsible for entering deep rest. According to a 2019 study published in the Journal of Sleep Research, older adults who increased magnesium intake through food saw an average 28% increase in deep sleep duration after 6 weeks. Not only that, the number of nighttime awakenings dropped significantly, and participants reported feeling more rested, even if their total sleep time didn't change much. What makes kale stand out is that 100 grams of fresh kale provides nearly twice as much magnesium as regular lettuce. Its calcium is also more bioavailable than in many other leafy greens because it contains less oxalate. That makes kale an ideal choice for adults over 60, especially those dealing with bone loss, nighttime leg cramps, or irregular heart rhythms during sleep. Kale is also incredibly versatile. You can sauté it quickly with garlic and olive oil, adding a pinch of sea salt and black pepper for flavor, or make a warm soup with chicken, kale, carrots, and mushrooms. This creates a nourishing dish that soothes digestion and relaxes the body. If you prefer salads, toss kale with red apples, walnuts, chia seeds, and a light apple cider vinaigrette. It is a refreshing and well-balanced option. A small note to keep in mind is that kale should be eaten before 6 p.m. This gives your digestive system enough time to process its fiber and minerals without causing bloating. It also allows those minerals to be absorbed and enter the bloodstream before bedtime, right when your body needs them most. Kale won't make you sleepy right away, but it acts like a soft cushion for your nervous system. When you include it regularly in your evening meals, that sense of tension, restlessness, or a racing heart in the middle of the night gradually fades. And one day you may realize you're no longer waking up several times during the night. All because of one small bowl of green vegetables that seemed so simple. If kale helps calm your nerves and relax your muscles, the next vegetable acts more like a quiet guide. A gentle, elegant food that sets off a chain of deep biochemical reactions inside your body. Reactions that lead to serotonin, melatonin, and the inner peace you may have lost in your sleep. Its name is asparagus. Asparagus might not have been part of traditional meals in the past, but today you can find it in nearly every grocery store across America. What makes asparagus so special in the journey toward better sleep is its natural content of tryptophan. This is an essential amino acid that your body cannot produce on its own. Tryptophan is the raw material used to create serotonin, the neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood. From there, serotonin is converted into melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep cycles. In other words, if your body doesn't get enough tryptophan, it may take longer for you to fall asleep. You may wake up more often and feel unrefreshed in the morning. A 2022 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that when older adults consumed tryptophan-rich foods in the afternoon 3 to 5 times a week, their blood levels of serotonin significantly increased after 4 weeks. This helped them fall asleep faster, enjoy deeper sleep, and wake up feeling more alert. People with a history of mild anxiety, high sensitivity, or mood swings also reported greater emotional stability when they followed this routine. Beyond tryptophan, asparagus also has a mild diuretic effect. This is especially helpful for seniors who often wake up during the night to use the bathroom. When eaten in the afternoon, asparagus helps the body release extra fluids earlier in the day, which may reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom, one of the most common sleep disruptors after age 60. There are many easy ways to enjoy asparagus. You can steam it and drizzle a bit of olive oil on top with a sprinkle of sesame seeds for a light appetizer. Or roast it with salmon, boiled eggs, and mashed potatoes for a nutritious evening meal that won't feel too heavy. For something simple, sautéing asparagus with olive oil and a few cloves of garlic is a quick and gentle option. Suitable for all ages. Most importantly, eat asparagus before 5:30 p.m. This gives your body enough time to convert tryptophan into serotonin and then into melatonin just as the sun sets and your biological clock prepares for sleep. Asparagus doesn't put you to sleep like a pill, but it prepares everything so that sleep arrives gently. From a calm mood to a steady circadian rhythm and a quiet bladder through the night. Just a small amount each evening. And within a week, you may begin to experience a full night of uninterrupted rest. If asparagus helps reset your internal clock and reduces nighttime awakenings from the bladder, the final vegetable is more like a quiet lullaby your body has been waiting for. It isn't fancy, it isn't unfamiliar, and it certainly isn't expensive. Yet it holds the power to create something remarkable. It helped a woman who hadn't slept through the night in 15 years sleep a full 7 hours within just a few days. That vegetable is romaine lettuce. Unlike iceberg, the crunchy lettuce often used in hamburgers, or butterhead, which is soft but low in nutrients. Romaine contains a rare compound called lactucarium. This is a milky substance that appears when you snap the base of the leaf. What makes it unique is that it acts on the nervous system in a way similar to low-dose opiates. But without addiction, without sedation, and without forcing the body into sleep. A 2017 study published in the journal Food Science and Biotechnology found that romaine lettuce extract can increase GABA activity in the brain. GABA is the neurotransmitter responsible for helping the body relax and fall asleep more easily. In lab tests on mice, the group given romaine extract fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and had fewer disruptions compared to the control group. The story of 74-year-old Eleanor is a clear example. After years of fragmented sleep, trying every herbal tea and sleep supplement available, she had nearly given up. But after her daughter suggested a simple evening salad made of romaine lettuce, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and ground flaxseed, she ate it faithfully each day around 5:30 p.m. By the fourth day, she was sleeping 6 hours straight, and by the second week, she was sleeping a full 7 hours. No dreams, no interruptions. The reason romaine works better than other lettuces is because its lactucarium content is significantly higher. It also provides folate and vitamin C, two nutrients that help soothe the nervous system and improve resilience to stress. The best way to eat romaine is raw. Toss it with extra virgin olive oil, a few drops of apple cider vinegar, and some ground flax seeds for added omega-3s. You can also add slices of pear, red apple, or a few raisins for natural sweetness. This makes the salad easier and more enjoyable for older adults. The most important thing is to eat it before 6 in the evening. This gives your body time to activate relaxation signals before it begins producing melatonin naturally. And it's important not to substitute it with iceberg lettuce, which offers almost none of the same effects. Romaine won't knock you out like a sleeping pill, but it quietly brings you back into balance. A simple evening salad may be the gentle whisper your body needs to finally rest. Now you know why sleep has become difficult. And you've also discovered the 4 vegetables that can help your body return to its natural rhythm. But to turn this knowledge into real rest, there's only one more thing you need to do. Begin. You don't need to change your entire diet. You don't need to give up all your favorite dishes. You just need one small plate of vegetables in the afternoon. The right kind, at the right time, and done consistently day by day. It could be a glass of beet juice before 5 in the afternoon. A small bowl of kale sautéed gently with garlic. A few steamed asparagus spears with salmon. Or a simple romaine salad with olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Whichever you choose, do it with patience and understanding. Your body will know how to respond. And if you want to boost the effect, try adding 2 small actions. Reduce water intake after 7 p.m. to lower the chances of waking up to use the bathroom. Elevate your legs for 15 minutes before bed to help blood return to the heart and ease heaviness in your legs. 3 simple things: 1 plate of vegetables, a little listening, a little patience, and a full night of sleep may begin again from this very evening. You don't need pills. You don't need acupuncture. You don't need a sleep clinic. What your body may truly need is just the right vegetable at the right time. 4 simple vegetables, and each one works in a unique way. Beets increase oxygen to the brain, calming down overactive areas at night. Kale provides magnesium and calcium, guiding the body from tension to natural relaxation. Asparagus resets your body clock and reduces nighttime awakenings from the bladder. And finally, romaine lettuce, A familiar vegetable contains a rare compound called lactucarium which activates your rest system without the help of any medication. Romaine is not for everyone. It is for those who have struggled with sleep for years, tried everything, and still cannot rest. It is for those with the patience to return to nature, to a simple salad, to real olive oil, to a quiet evening meal, and a deeper understanding of their own body. So which one will you choose this evening? A cool glass of beet juice? A bowl of gentle kale soup? Steamed asparagus with a few slices of lemon? Or a caring romaine salad on a quiet plate? Leave a comment and share where you'll begin. And if you've ever lost sleep or spent hours tossing and turning through the night, save this video as a gentle reminder that your body still has the ability to heal if you give it the right support. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss another simple food tip that could transform your sleep and your life after 60. Sometimes the peace you've been seeking all your life begins with a small plate of vegetables right in your own kitchen.